some technical problems here. I forgot to plug in the charger, so the telephone shut down. The idea is it's important to understand what Shimano means, and also when you buy a bike or some components, if you look at the components, basically if you see XT, XTR, you can also understand it's pricey. And even though more, if you see a or if you imagine what it would have meant to have Chris King, Hope, Superlight or whatever, that one is just a fantasy world in terms of prices. But on the earth, of course, you can see SLX, XT, just to use them with confidence. If something breaks, no problem, you replace with a new part, with whatever, with a new kit, repair kit or whatever. The idea is next one. When you replace that thing, the Shimano will go very good, no problem, smooth, being also light, durable and whatever. So of course in Shimano range, if you somehow are below the XTR, which usually XTR somehow is for sponsored, because XTR from XT doesn't bring that much technology, but just some a better finish, a better paint, a few grams less, very few grams actually, not much grams. The same with XT and SLX. So if you somehow go with SLX, you have both performance, both light, both technology. It goes as good as possible, as good as XTR, no problem, basically the same function there, and both with the cost. So if a XTR is 200, an XT you can see here is 100, alright, and an SLX it's even less, for 12 speed, which is very performant. This one particular 12 speed engineering solution from Shimano, which also is for the XT with this cassette here, is problematic. So you can find problems where the hub somehow is destroyed, or somehow it's a wear on the hub body. So a big mistake from Shimano. So if you just wanted to buy this 12 speed exact hub, maybe now you will somehow reasonable avoid it, but still respect Shimano for what they do. So alright, a mistake, but now what you can say, Shimano is all crap or whatever? No, a product. Or if you can afford, you can buy that hub. If it breaks, you replace it, either with a SLX, either with the same XT, no problem. You know, if you compare the prices with other real top 700 for one hub manufacturers, of course you can replace 4 or 5 hubs with no problem at all in the same price. enough with prices, but let's keep searching for more of the impossible problem of converting a boost hub to standard 135 quick release. So I don't know why I spoke all of these big things, and I deviated a lot from the route. Oh, because I saw here Chris King ISO, and I wanted to show you some prices, what Chris King league is, and how much money, if you just want to throw away on the window, you can throw, and what you can expect from Hope, which is half of the Chris King in terms of price and quality and whatever, and how much of the people actually hope from these other manufacturers to solve this problem. So the manufacturers, not an individual, a boutique shop, a scientist or whatever, there is no solution until now for this conversion for any of the manufacturers. So everyone is looking up and hoping for something going from the sky into their hand, and they see and they say, oh, it's worth it, please take our money, it is a good product, I waited for it such a long time, thank you Lord, because you are looking upwards. Of course you could look down on Shimano, and of course as in the usual all of the other situations, Shimano does not create conversion kits for any of the products 142 to whatever. No, they don't create, they don't stress with this detail components and whatever, even though they have everything you can imagine: balls, cap, cones, axles, screws, covers, caps, grease, oil, hubs, ratchets, cassettes, chain rings, chains, whatever you can imagine, hoses, accessories. Maybe you don't know, Yumea made for them actually a special gold edition jewelry thing. These brakes I have on and these shift levers on my a lot of bikes, but on the KTM racing bike. So they also have jewelries. This is gold plated, gold whatever you name it. A lot of money if you actually search for the prices, new or whatever, and with the boxes, of course, if you find them in the original boxes, you talk big money. Let's say price. What's the price for this? What's here? So for a 9-speed chain in the box, the price is 150 pounds just for the chain. Let's see more. No, this is not in euro or in whatever. And you don't find them for sale. Yep. So Shimano also have such things like this. Titanium, I think, not aluminum, maybe. or titanium bolts. I don't know, I'm not that sure because it's not for me. It's too expensive, actually. Too expensive. Collectible items, jewelries. Back to Chris King. DT Swiss whatever center lock excluding XP version front. The MRP kit will require a rotor adapter. You might need to go to a larger rotor or whatever. Rear option will require you to convert to a 6-bolt rotor. So this is 142 adapter, again from small to big, so all these solutions here are basically crap for the front. Let's see also for the back, for the rear hub. Again, the same situation. You can see the disc line. Again, move your rotor outwards, touching into the frame as you saw into my KTM, or into the adapters, which even if you grind them with a filler, with whatever other thing, the structural power and even the center of the thread where the bolt screws in will be almost dangerous in my opinion, and you can argue the opposite, or you can try it on your own safety, but this is a realistic opinion. Does boost make a stronger wheel? No, not really. All things being equal, there will be only a marginal increase in wheel strength and possibly an equally marginal increase in the resistance to tachoing, I don't know what it is, in a really big crash. We're talking tiny amounts though. Does boost make a stiffer wheel? Yes, is this guy saying. Yes, the wider boost hub flanges allow the spokes to make a wider triangle and better support the rim. This increases the wheel stiffness, was the primary driver for the development of boost. Many new factor wheel sets use straight pull hubs, and these have a decrease in flange width of approximately 3 mm, so moving to boost reclaims what was lost by using straight pull. What? Many new factory wheel sets use straight pull hubs, and these have a decrease in flange width of approximately 3 mm. So moving to boost reclaims what was lost by using straight pull. Alright, this is new for me. So XTR 1511. Very interesting. So in general, as we talked before, this is actually very interesting for me and satisfying. So actually this one is simpler. The straight pull, I didn't knew what solution, why they came up with this fancy whatever. Maybe there is a technical thing, you know, some marginal gains, so whatever and whatever, but the successful boost standard implementation went straight into the technical thing, straight into the performant side of boost manufacturing process, and they said, man, let's put those flanges straight, whatever, let's make the hub wider, no more straight pulls, fancy sculpted jewelry hubs there, which technically have this disadvantage. And in 2014-15, the Americans from Trek Specialized, Cannondale, Santa Cruz, and Giant from Taiwan actually adopted the new standard for more stiffness, as we saw in this comment. But here we can see another opinion, let's say like this. Is it a stronger? No, not really. Maybe yes, we talk about tiny amounts, but no something blowing away your mind. Oh, this is really incredible. So again, where do I place? Somehow, somewhere in the middle. As I said, I didn't bend or destroyed the 135 old flanges wheels. So not necessary for me. Maybe I ride slow or with respect for the components. I don't throw them, and you understand, trash them and whatever. But for someone who actually push or whatever, maybe there is a difference. So I actually make this debate considering this argument very solid. So alright, to make the axle from 12 to 10, it's alright, but let's not lose this wider boost flange, whatever, increased stiffness. Let's say both for me, both for the users, for the sake of the solution, and to those who actually taught this process, who implemented, who created the frames, for those who bought these bikes from 2015 until now, who invested into this, technology, newer technology and whatever. So giving respect, paying respect to all of the people, even though maybe there are not big important stiffness, whatever. I create this topic, I investigated this problem, I investigated this dilemma, is it possible or not to actually make this boost fit into standard quick release. This may go against what the industry tells you, but straight pull hubs will decrease the wheel stiffness because of extra room needed to lay the pulling and pushing spokes side by side. Oh my god, I'm in shock. So even though somehow I would be tempted to make an affirmation like, I know a bit about bicycles, a bit, I know a bit about bicycles. I actually thought that these straight pull spokes were somehow business, somehow. So if you conceive to create it like this, you put the technology, the research, you make that process more complicated, it needs to be better. But I found out right now with you live that is not. And I'm so happy, because usually I don't like this. Just a flange, you pull that J-bend spoke, standard classic spoke, and see you later, no problem. But it's actually technically lowering the stiffness, and why the industry basically adopted a solution, a stupid solution like this, even though that looks amazing or beautiful. Also an XTR with classical flanges look also good, or an XT or whatever. Depend on the beauty in the eye, not the object. There is laying the beauty, not in the object. So very interesting. If the industry had stuck with J-bend spoke, there wouldn't be much need for boost. Oh my god! Now or later I will somehow need to investigate who in what country, east, west, whatever, came up with this straight pull solution for the hubs, which are not good. And the industry, and if the industry had stuck with J-bend, so classical spokes, there wouldn't be much needed for boost. So they created a problem and they repaired that problem with the boost. But if we just stayed right there with the standard classical hubs, J-bend spokes, we would somehow arrive also in the same spot, but not spending a lot of time and resources with stupid solutions, stupid questions, stupid stuff, stupid from A to Z. But the cost saving of wheel building with straight pull hub have driven their adoption. We made a video explaining this. The drive side spoke bracing angle on a typical rear wheel is around 4.3 and boost will increase this by 0.6. That's not a whole lot. I don't understand, but the cost savings of wheel building with straight pull hubs have driven their adoption. So it's easier to build with straight pull? Interesting. Why? Alright, so I'm uninformed. Maybe, even though it's not important, I will find the answer to this. Just a quick break and we continue on another website. Back. Do I need to move to boost? No, you could buy boost forks that but you can't retrofit a boost rear end to your bike. And even if you could, the advantages aren't enough to justify the cost. So, if it's possible, of course, is very important the cost. So if there is a cost of whatever $500, $700, even though they are the best, they are not the best because people also are looking to the cost, let's say. Buying new and want to future-proof, want to buy some wheels for your current non-boost bike with the option of taking them to a newer boost bike in the future. The Hope Pro 4 is our choice as it's the only hub which has boost kits which don't require a red dish and don't have any small parts to fail out. Of course, is the small to big. Small to big, you know. Want to buy some wheels for your current non-boost bike with the option of taking them to a newer boost bike in the future. I don't understand this. Maybe this is the solution. Let the drums drum. let the drums ring in our head. Maybe this is the solution. I don't know. What compatibility is there with my current wheels and crankset? None. A boost frame requires a boost hub, and unlike the move from 135 quick release to 142 by 12, the actual hub has widened, meaning that it's not possible to run a boost frame without boost wheels or run boost wheels in a non-boost frame. Whatever. To run the correct boost chain line, you'll need either a new chainring or a new crankset, depending on what make a model you've currently got. Maybe you want to know more about boost chain line, but hopefully we will find on all these websites information, because we are looking hard and we found nothing until now. Can you convert through axle to quick release? More pages, I think, is the best solution. Let's see what we have. Axles and conversion kit. Maybe this one. Not exactly. So this is from 100 to 110 boost. So it's the other way around, to make a smaller thing bigger, but not from bigger smaller. Fine. Onyx hubs. What's this? I heard about them. Don't have any idea. Exercises, hub spacing, and interchangeable between different models are questions that are asked on a regular basis. Therefore, it's a subject matter that's worth covering in detail. Read further to learn about different hub spacing dimensions and existing conversion option. Alright, I want to see products to actually know a bit of shop. Onyx shop. Oh. MTB, EMTB. Let's see some prices. MTB. Let's see prices. Onyx. Oh! Another contender. High-end, amazing, amazing premium, much better than Shimano XTR version Onyx hubs. Oh my god. Again, big numbers. Fine, let's read. Let's see what Onyx what position Onyx have in the industry, into the bike world, let's say like this, and comparing with Shimano, the smaller, weaker, you know, poor Shimano with no conversion kit, cheap as the starting point of these premium hubs and whatever, but comparing Shimano top, not Shimano average, Shimano top, the entry point into this big boys category, let's say like this. Alright, I'm curious. Onyx hubs Europe. Oh my god, where are you from? Finland. Oh, Finland. Alright. Excusez-moi, excusez-moi. So you're from Finland. Fine, let's read. Hub spacing and old. Let's make it a bit bigger. Hub axle spacing can be thought as a synonymous old, which stands for over log nut dimension. In other words, is the distance between the hub axle and the hub axle end caps. In the old days, almost all hubs used log nuts at the end of the axles to adjust bearing preload, which gave birth to the term in question and is been used ever since. An important aspect of old is how it affects hub shell dimensions. If two olds use identical hub shells, that means that a conversion between the two models can be made by swapping the axle and or the end caps. If, on the other hand, two old requires entirely different hub shells, no interchangeability exists between the two models. Very, oh man, I'm incredible happy to actually reach Onyx webpage, Onyx Europe, Finland, whatever, to have again Shimano's back, to cover Shimano back. Shimano the best. And for this thing I will create something here which we will use, of course, from now on. Excel, whatever, let's say possible. Alright, possible dot, no, possible or impossible. No, let's start with impossible. Impossible. More. Not. Let's say impossible or possible. Like this. I'm satisfied. Impossible or possible. Yep. So this file here will remain here. We start with a new file in which, of course, from now on you will see this file again, maybe with the final product, if there is a product of this video. The best, what does it mean, does it exist, when it was created, or by who it was created. So let's just copy this very important statement here from the big boy guys. Snipping tool. Alright, I use this usually. Let's copy the entire thing like this, for example. Snip. Copy. Let's put it here. Onyx, Finland. 500 in average. What's those? Dollars. Alright. Fair enough. Let's give a chance to everybody. But not to Shimano, because they are the cheapest one, not good and whatever. So no interchangeability exists between the two models. we move faster after this, but it's very important. So no interchangeability between these models. If you are Onyx, yes. If you are Hope, yes. If you are Chris King, yes. If you are Industry 9, yes. Mavic, yes. DT Swiss, yes. Novatec will skip, we don't mention. Shimano, we will see. An interesting aspect of the old standards is that they work in 7mm increments. So 135, 142, 141, 148, 150, 157, etc. So all of these are standards. A team can be seen rather quickly when taking a look at the rear hub. Yeah, whatever. A lot of standards, a lot of boost hubs, non-boost, whatever other craps. Complications, stupid, idiotic standards. The 7mm difference is accommodated by using end caps that are 3.5mm longer each side. This is indicated clearly on Onyx Racing Products components. For example, a super boost, super hyper mega galactic geographic anthropologic politic and economic boost 157 rear hub employs an end cap with the following name: end cap assembly preload 3.5mm 12mm through. Anyway, I saw here a problem is Onyx with Y. Let's make this also a bit smaller so we can fit more, and let's create here a not possible standpoint of view. Fine. With what color? With which color means sad? Blue. Gray and blue are often considered depressive color that may contribute to feelings of low mood. Fine. With blue. With deep blue. Oh, not that deep because we don't see. Oh, alright, fine. So, alright. And the with white. Not possible. Alright. Not possible. We have Onyx here. Until now, Onyx, you are on the good side. You are with the boys who say not possible. You go with the flow. Let's continue. To get a somewhat comprehensive picture of the interchangeability between hub models and different olds, see the table below. Hubs listed in the same row share the same hub shell, and those can be converted from one hub spacing standard into another by replacing the axle and or end caps. Note, ISO 6 bolt and center lock hubs employ different axles and sometimes end caps. In other words, if you wish to convert a gravel specific 100 by 12 center lock hub into a 15 100 MTB hub, you need a center lock specific axle for the job. A lot of problems, and I actually think I have here a hub like this. Let's continue. I actually bought this to study if it's possible to how is that called, to convert a standard quick release 100 by 9 Shimano old XTR, so basically the most ordinary hub in the 20-30 years ago standard front hub, for not even disc brake standard, so for the rim brake, cantilever, V-brake, whatever hub dimension, whatever, to convert it for a 10mm axle, as I showed you yesterday, that axle, but for the front, by using the inner components of a 100 by 12mm gravel hub. It is possible, but with a minor intervention, which is not intrusive, is of course considered, let's say like this, damaging the hub, whatever, even though it's not damaging or somewhat. But in the end I actually reinstalled the original components. I put the wheels into the collection. I don't ride them, but in general, of course, if I want to make a rigider or a more rigid structure in the front fork, by actually a 10mm axle, not a 5mm quick release, which is that tensioner is 5mm. Anyways, by also tightening the 10mm nuts, if I want more rigidity, it's fine, but usually I didn't have problems. I just played a bit with that hub, with the 100 by 12, and also of course with 115. I bought also one of these, brand new. So BMX 100 by 10, exactly what I said to you, bolt, or with 15mm or with 20mm, so no boost on BMX. In the rear, man, this is a boost for front. 110 is front. 112, I don't know why is here rear. I can't understand. Anyways, BMX front rear, but it's just boost. I think we're just losing time watching this stupid table here. I think it's stupid. In summary, let's read only this summary about their design of hubs. MFU axle design is an expression of clever engineering that brings several benefits. Amongst them are a highly functional and robust design. The modular design makes all drivers cross-compatible with each other, which makes the move from one interface to the next a breeze. Disassembly and installation requires no tool, a feature that makes the MFU a truly universal design. Older hubs can be upgraded to current MFU axle design. The list needed parts includes the driver axle, end caps, widgets, and whatever. So yeah, for this Onyx, no solution. Let's keep searching. Caps, different caps. I have an interesting idea, which I know, but maybe you don't. So basically a difference between an axle like this, which works with industrial bearings, alright, these are industrial bearings. Somehow they are in multiple versions, anyway, for different purposes. You can see these are with not the balls but with rollers. Again, multiple examples. Now let's join YouTube. And let's check Shimano hubs, cap, cones. Maybe we find the old video explained by Shimano. Let's say technology. Yep, I think this is good.
Leaders develop teams at Brand Minds, the conference for high-performing teams. Learn.
So, very important mention. Sorry for interrupting this very immersed video. We will see now why this cap and cones solution was used, and Shimano is actually one of the few who still uses cap and cones, no matter if we talk about the most performant in their catalog or the entry level or the mid level. They use cap and cones. For some time they actually introduced some models with industrial bearings, easier to replace, whatever. In my opinion, even though it's a bit more complicated to take those balls out, to clean, to re-grease and to whatever, which usually into the bike shops don't do that. Of course you lose them time, money, they don't want to put in the effort, they don't care about that, the small details, so they better charge you for pulling out the broken tooth, to pull out what's bad and broken, to install a new bearing, and you're good to go. Even though I doubt a lot of them actually are very happy doing that. Usually, if we consider a bit of marketing strategy, the best solution would be to actually replace the whole hub. Of course, the whole hub. Take the spokes out, new spokes, new hub. You pay also for the hub, you pay also for the centering process, the truing of the wheel, and everyone is happy with some money in that day. But of course, you can just replace the hubs at whatever bike shop. So the difference which in or against Shimano is, oh man, that cap and cones, I hate that, and whatever, because it requires a bit of time or whatever, more or whatever skills to actually make it work, to adjust it perfectly, so it doesn't go very hard, it doesn't go too loose, so it have play. So you need also some experience, practice. Maybe you do it once, redo again and again until it's spot on. A bit of headache for the lazy ones, for the whoever, for those who pay thousands and thousands for Onyx, Industry 9, Chris King, Hope. Shimano, you know, is the last one, but you will see here that actually this design is not inferior in any way, but it have actually strong points when you corner, because if you have a ball and the load, you will see, you will understand. So, but let's improve a bit the quality. Oh, so it's 720p. Anyways. So, the idea is next one. Industrial bearings, as you see here, have this straight, flat, let's say, surface, rolling surface. Shimano, of course, is concave, as you see here, is concave. Also, the other one is also concave, and the ball being round is convex, both for this and both for that. So you can actually glide straight. As you see, the gravity is pulling down in both cases. Some people can argue that industrial bearings go easier when you go straight, or the cap and cones ride not that smooth, even though it's very smooth, I can assure you that. Whatever, let's consider in a straight line. The industrial have a incredible minor irrelevant advantage. This rides as good. But when you lean the bicycle into a corner, you can see here a red spot, which of course is the how you can say, is a overload on this surface here, is a overload because all the pressure and all the weight is not transferred here, is not transferred in the middle, is transferred on a small corner. But on the other way, with the Shimano cap and cones, of course, whatever you lean, you feel the pressure distributed evenly. And of course, trust me, you can actually feel both in the rear and the front that precision is somehow like the comparison between riding with best possible skating on ice pair of blades, or with the wheel ones on the asphalt or whatever. So on the asphalt, of course, can be as smooth or not as smooth. It's not as smooth as on the ice with an incredible both pairs of roller blades, skate blades, or whatever. So on the ice, it's smoother, you know. You don't have losses. It's more sharp. But with the bearings in Shimano hubs, you don't see resistance which you feel in the ice in your skates. But the other way around, you don't feel any resistance, because actually this tiny red spot here create a resistance. This actually here means a loss of energy, and of course, if you don't have that, you just flick the bike underneath you. Of course, you can see this better with a 26-inch wheel, so not with the road version, which we see now, the Dura-Ace for road bicycles, with no 29-inch wheel mountain bike, with no e-bike 29-inch wheel 20 kilos heavy bike. So no, if you have a 4 cross, 4X, or a dirt, or a whatever aggressive hardtail with 26-inch wheel, and you start to lean, either if you go in straight line and you just you know, pendulum, whatever, flick the bike from left to right, either if you actually go into a track, you know, a specific track, flow track on a trail, mountain trail, whatever, you will actually see that you just initiated the moves and the bike went. But with the industrial bearings, you have somehow to push more power into this side, and from this side to pull to actually somehow make the bike go. Again, not big things, not important things, but you can feel them. They are there in the corners, nothing corner like Shimano cap and cones. Uneven distribution. You can also see these levels here being smooth, as I said, smooth. And in this case, not. So if you are just a stupid, arrogant prince which throw the money away for expensive, nice colored, engineered and whatever premium products, 700 euros products, the entry level, mid level Shimano in the corner is actually better than that, by pure technology, by pure quality of engineering, and they actually maintained this technology because almost everyone started from that. Of course, even when the rim brake version, V-brake, whatever, was still in use for mountain bikes, there were hubs with industrial bearings, but there is no disadvantage for Shimano as people say. Of course, we understand them. Oh, I need to clean the balls, the whatever. Alright, if that's your problem, fine. Shimano is bad. But if you want to go fast in the corner, or sharp or precise, at least in my opinion, as I actually configured and felt best on the bike, at least in the rear, to have cap and cones Shimano. So if you want front rear to actually slow a bit your moves, so it's a bit more soft, a bit more forgiving if you do a mistake, or if you input too much or too low. Front you can go industrial. The rear, which need to be fast, precise, sharp, and again precise, in the rear always Shimano cap and cone. $141, it's another discussion. On my Cannondale was absolute trash. Yep, Cannondale. And finding a replacement hub or wheels with the same standard axle, with that same standard axle spacing is near impossible. After doing much research and measuring, I decide to take a chance on this simple little conversion axle in a size 148. It fits super flush once inserted into the hub and is not noticeable at all. Boost 142 rear. Hubs are so much more common to find, and I wanted cheap way to convert it to fit QR without spending money on more expensive hubs like Hope or DT Swiss. Man, as I said before, this person commented in 2020 about the expensive Hope and DT Swiss, but until today I actually forgot about Chris King, Industry 9, Spotlight, Blacklight, whatever those other, because I had already forgotten, and the Onyx, which I heard a bit in different sound comparison. Oh, Onyx is silent, it sounds like that, whatever. So if that's expensive, and even this guy had a lot of problem, and he actually wants somehow cheap but quality, who is best? And for who? Who is best for who? If even the expensive, or even if the rich, ultra rich people would have had a quick release frame 135, and maybe they want to convert it to from a 148 boost hub, who is the best? Of course not the richest. I still argue that Shimano. Let's keep going on. But I will close the window because it's cold outside. DT Swiss rear wheel kit from Ceramics Diff for 180 whatever, 135 141. Converts into 5mm QR, will convert 142 by 12 to 135mm and 148 boost into 141. Again, the same unsolvable problem for our question. Is it possible or not? And I'm actually searching for this, even though a lot of people already said not possible. DT Swiss 350 rear QR hub to 148. Incoming a new DV9 and hope I can convert to QR 135 DT hub on the wheel I'm wanting to use 4 years ago. Anyone help with the adapters I need, as the ones I find say 142 and 148. Sure, it can't be both. I guess it depends on the hub shell you're starting from, basically whether you got a boost hub or a non-boost hub. I guess the same adapters will convert a QR 135 to 142, a QR 148 to 141 to 148, but QR 135, but not QR 135 to 148. Even though, as I said, maybe this is possible. Maybe this is possible to fit a older wheel set on a newer frame, but we actually want to somehow retrofit into a performant way which have no compromises, but actually solve even the longer hub shell body with the flanges with more spoke tension, whatever, strengthness and whatever. Is not a boost hub that I have. Yes, you can fit, it's a 6 bolt, done it myself. First thing, remember that 135 and 142 hubs are identical. It's only the end caps that vary, so any adapters that work for a 142 will work for 135. I'm not 100%, but this is the kit I used. What kit did you use? Do you have a bike frame with boost standard and you want to use existing wheels with 12 by 142? We have this solution. Conversion kit to convert your existing 12mm by 142 rear hub to the new hub 12mm by 148. Again, from small to big. Not our thing. Thanks whoever will order tonight. Yes, it's a 6 bolt and built by me and will be redished also by me. Just what I need. The change is awkward, but hopefully this whatever will last better than the 9 weeks that warranty replacement Cannondale frame did. Cannondale. I think you'll probably need to get a DT 12mm adapter too for the drive side, which will cost £1 million, no doubt. So people actually complain about the costs of DT Swiss. I showed you the price for DT Swiss, for Shimano, for Hope, for those crazy stupid stuff out there, because that's stupid stuff, no one needs that. And of course, if somehow our process keeps going on, we find a solution to this, to that, to whatever, of course, these all comments we find about the price and our common sense will need to somehow be, man, we don't launch satellites in the space. It needs to be somehow attainable, cheap for the masses, because whatever prince with money, uh, maybe he don't want a old frame, quick release, and all this mess in his head. Maybe he just go to shop, buy 4 bikes, new bikes, whatever, and he don't even listen to us and know these problems. So it needs to be for us. So somehow cheap, reliable, easy to make, not even in DT Swiss League, not Hope, but in Shimano League, of course. That's somehow a direction in which you flow, because you have no other option. Hope does not help you, DT Swiss not, but even if DT Swiss helped, that required a lot of money. So whatever, you start from Shimano and you come back to Shimano. Yes, I thought that was probably the case, and probably have to buy a set. I will never use the rest of it. Disc side kit ordered at 40 euro. Delivered, but can anyone confirm the correct drive side one? I think the SGS. They only show with a free hub, which is a little excessive. Do the boostinator kit for the DT Swiss. Do remember you'll have a redish the wheel as well, which could be annoying and expensive compared to just getting a new wheel or hub. So as I said before, maybe for front wheel you come with the solution to relace the spokes, recalculate, make a different set, whatever. When if you just can solve the problem in another way, it doesn't worth it. So if it doesn't worth it, even if it's possible, we don't care about it. Drive side does stay the same if converting from 142 by 12. However, the set you linked on eBay is not the right thing. That's for 135 12mm, not for 142 12mm, whatever. I am going to stick with 11 speed and standard free hub for now. Can anyone then give me part number please for this part? Pretty sure you need the full kit, and brake spacer is the hub shell that increased 6mm over non-boost, so the cap will fill the 148mm gap, but your rotor will not align. You will also find your alignment of the wheel is out by 3mm, so not that easy as just sticking a longer drive side spacer. So this here, also you find your alignment of the wheel is out by 3mm. Basically, in case you somehow you manage to make the hub fit, you have the disc in his place, the cassette in his place, and also the wheel alignment, so it is still on straight. So your wheel is not in the left, not in the right with 3mm or whatever. All these three again, so all these three in the same time with being cost effective, being simple, being possible, or being impossible, whatever, what's there, another. So anyways, I repeated and now I still forgot them, but there are a lot of multiple factors in the same time for a solution. And until now we don't have any from any manufacturer, even though they sell regular hubs for $700 a piece. I have bought the disc side kit with a disc spacer as Northwind pointed me to. I just need the drive side end to make it 12mm that a QR, than a QR, to make it 12mm than a QR. Whatever. The next different whatever DT Swiss, Mavic, Zip, Newman, DT Swiss, Hope, Axel, come on man, I want a conversion kit, please. Again, from small to big, so not our thing. Small to big, different Mavic caps. Small to big again. Mavic front wheel, whatever, axle. "15 pages. I think it's enough to actually say here is no conversion kit. Alright, so you see here, let's just check a bit this Hope. So it's a conversion kit from 10 135 bolt-on, 12 135, whatever, Hope. This is interesting, but of course no conversion whatever. Shimano hub axle for Dura-Ace. Complete axle unit for the hub of the Shimano Dura-Ace front wheel. A no designed aluminum axle unit including lug nut unit, right, balls bearing unit, and seal ring without hub shell. So it's basically the interior of a Dura-Ace hub for, let's say, half of the price. If you have the hub shell here on the wheel, of course, with the spokes, and you don't want to make a big mess, as I actually told you, Shimano creates and sell a lot of good parts, a lot of good products, a lot of everything, balls, seals, cones, axles, whatever, but no conversion kits or no R problem, let's say like this. They don't sell this. There is no solution like this, and we can't blame Shimano for not selling such a thing, because actually even the big boys don't sell such a thing, because such a thing does not exist. It's impossible to make it work. As I said, in all these situations, and somehow with an acceptable compromise, or somehow in a reasonable budget, and somehow to be easy to produce in a mass scale in factories, as Shimano does. So basically Shimano is a giant corporation. Of course they don't target custom whatever prince in Dubai, whatever edition, gold of the gold, but they create good products, accessible or expensive for racers even. There are a lot of racers who win with Shimano. Shimano is a phenomenal sponsor. I'm not sponsored either. I'm not sponsored by anyone, so no one ever sponsored me excepting my family, which this video of course is a dedication for them. They were actually the only sponsors which allowed me to experiment and to research this whole industry, with also XTR quality stuff products. So it's not easy, but if Shimano sponsors someone, you can understand there is a serious game, there is a phenomenal partner, let's say like this. So it's Shimano, a big player, maybe actually is the biggest player on the planet about the bicycle components. So of course it's a honor when you see there the blue logo with Shimano, either on you if it sponsor you, either on the racetrack if they sponsor the race, either onto the shop if you have a shop and Shimano sponsor you, and whatever in general. But yeah, Shimano don't sponsor me. This is the truth. I'm free to speak whatever I consider. Bike Expert also not a sponsor. If you read here, it's just a hobby of mine to race one of their cross-country races. So again, from this perspective, I am not wrong. I fully believe into this, to recommend Shimano and to actually prove you that racers win with Shimano is just a loss of time. Shimano Di2 is also recommended to be very sharp, crisp, and of course much more reliable than other manufacturers. So on each level, of course, they are the best in my opinion, because they somehow are consistent in time, in products, in quality, and of course if they somehow made a mistake, look the big picture, look also in detail at the microscope, as now we try to look, and be honest, be realistic, and if you are not, you will be convinced at the end of the video that Shimano is number one. Let's watch more for more different bike components. Maybe we find a kit here. So this is it, another quick break for me, and let's continue from this point. Let's see and let's research even more. DT Swiss rear hub and wheel conversion kit for converting hubs wheels, most likely include whatever. Fine, but what's the idea here? From 135 to 142, alright. DT Swiss. I like this melody. Let's repeat it, because I like. Let's also read these Shimano products, because they are Shimano. So, where I saw Shimano, because I read Shimano somewhere, and caps Shimano here. So 141 to 135 Shimano microspline end caps. Yep, interesting but not that useful. 142, 148 SRAM. 142 by 12 axle Shimano HG rod end caps. Yep. So again nothing, and this one also nothing. On this page, let's continue with the third page. Let's see if we find something to grab in this entire market. And after that, maybe we either go on the intelligent artificial intelligence assistant, whatever, either on YouTube searching for videos, because on these pages until now nothing. I also think we need to look a bit more on forums. We had just a, let's say, quick look on forums, but who knows, maybe there is information, so I don't risk to somehow get accused by you. Man, but I saw that posted whatever on what forum, and I stole from there whatever or whatever. Of course this is not possible, because even if there somehow is, and I mean even if, so it's a big if, so there is not, but if it's something, all the things I researched, discovered, tried, and whatever you can call, whatever you can think. As I said, I had an empty mind. I was looking to the bike with hours again and again at the same dimension, and I could actually didn't even I couldn't even actually speak into my mind the dimensions. It was just pure blankness. So it was white or black. It was space. It was void. Nothing. So if you somehow consider me, oh, that guy had a lot of imagination to ride like that, to store the bike somehow, to know a bit of whatever it's inside a bike component, to visualize, to whatever. I looked at the same hub, at the same frame, and there was just nothing, which was very, very frustrating. And I'm actually now having a bit of emotions. Maybe it's not seeing, but yeah, it crossed on my back a bit of electricity. Just thinking back to what it had or how it was basically to stay and just stare at a piece everywhere on the internet, no solution, no nothing, and to actually don't give up, you know, to actually continue, look, maybe something's there. And after hours of looking, remeasuring, of course I made everything with my measuring tool. Having an idea, for example, going there, measuring, oh, I have an idea, measure, whatever, get a value, think a bit about that value, not even being able to process the value, the information. So actually, if there was a difference of few millimeters measured with the tool, I could not understand basically what that difference mean with hours, which for an engineer somehow it's sad. That mean you can't make in your mind, for example, a simple division, a simple calculus to add, to divide, to multiply, to whatever. So it was actually scary in that situation. I don't know why I said this. I lost the course of the idea, but yeah, maybe in the same way. So this is live, alright, I lost the idea, no problem. That happened even back then when I researched about this, and it was not easy. It was exactly like now, unpleasant to actually lose an idea or to don't have any idea. You can imagine it's not nice, it's not great, let's say like this. It's not pleasant, it's not successful in any way.